What is up, everybody? It is Blind Metal Gamer here with you once again, and I have a special guest with me in the studio today for this episode of KSB Storytime. Fellow KSB alumni, Paula Caldwell. What is up, Paula?
Hi. Hi.
Hey. All right, so Paula, you want to tell them what we're going to be talking about today?
We are going to be sharing some stories about our favorite Christmas memories at the Kentucky School for the Blind. Whether it
Yes.
be if we were, whether it's from a little girl like elementary age, all the way up to high school. So
Yep, we're going to go all the way. We're going to have a good time, and we're not going to waste any time. So, Paula, would you like to start with some KSB Christmas stories and memories of your experience at KSB?
Well, one thing that I remember is my first encounter with Charles Dickens,
Mm-hmm.
and I had before I came to KSB, I
Mm-hmm.
read about Charles Dickens, heard about it, but never was enthusiastic about it until
Mm-hmm.
the fifth grade, when
Mm-hmm.
Mike McCarty did his Scrooge.
Mm-hmm.
In persona, and I really enjoyed it. And they had a lot of good actors in that play, and I can remember just being so enthralled in that, and feeling a sense of sympathy for Jacob Marley, and I'm not really sure why. I I think I think there were. I was trying to compare the Charles Dickens story to real life. Like people in real life really feel this way, you know, and how the transformation of Scrooge, how that impacted me. But I
Oh
remember,
yeah.
I remember the sitting and watching the play, and how Mike McCarty just did the persona very well, and how they just put it just all flowed together. And I was just so amazed at the drama team and how that happened. And I remember the chili eating after. uh,
Oh man, I remember that too.
yes, so that's one story that I have. And
Mm-hmm.
another story is um, the first time I ever watched Sounds of Music
Mm-hmm.
was, uh, we were going Christmas caroling, and we came into the dorm and had hot chocolate. Now I don't know why it's such a important memory, but it was. And then there was one time, and this is probably one of my favorite memories. And I was trying to pick three favorite memories,
Mm-hmm.
and this is probably the top most favorite um memory. I'll keep the name anonymous,
Mm-hmm.
but there was a lady
Mm-hmm.
who had never decorated a Christmas tree before,
Mm-hmm.
and they were experiencing, Christmas for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to help. I was decorating a Christmas tree in my dorm room,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
nice.
they got to put the ornaments on, and it moved them so much. And I was just thinking, this is just a mundane tree. We're putting ornaments on. Why is this so moving? But then when I thought about it, the lady had never celebrated Christmas before until now that something changed, and they're celebrating Christmas now. And it was moving to them to be able to put the and to see the nativity scene. I think I can't remember if I had a nativity scene in the dorm, but I think there was a tree that we were hanging Christmas tree decorations on. So for her to be able to participate in that with me was truly special.
I remember. You talk about the Scrooge play. I remember that. I believe they did it in 1994, and then again in 1996.
They did one in 87,
87. Okay,
and then
I
they
wasn't there
one.
in 87.
Mhm. This is the one that I remember was done with the persona of Scrooge was done by Mike McCarty.
Okay, now was that the one in '87?
Yes.
Okay, so they did it in what, '87, and what was the other year?
90, I don't remember. I
In the
was in that one.
'90s. Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember
But
the
I
one in the '90s. I wasn't there. I came in 1988. So
yes.
that's. But you know what's interesting, folks? For those who are watching and listening, would you like to know a piece of KSB memorabilia that I have that my mother just stumbled upon? Paula,
That would be wonderful.
I
Tell
have
me.
okay. I have a 1987 KSB Junior Olympic shirt. Yes, I have one. So
That's awesome.
what probably happened was I may have went there maybe for like a part time program or something, and I got one of the shirts. Anyway, so as far as Christmas, yeah, I remember that Scrooge play that they did. Do you remember Santa's Workshop?
I I do. Mhm.
I do too. I remember I would go. I kind of have a funny story about Santa's Workshop I'd like to
Okay.
share, and then you can go. Okay, so the point of Santa's Workshop was to buy for your family, right?
Yes.
Small gifts. Oh no, I would be a little greedy, little person, and I would see something I wanted. There were these two little thumb wrestlers. You'd stick your thumbs in them, and I bought them, and I bought them. That was my to self from self. But that was my only time I really did it for self because I would get like people on my list, get their gifts there, and it wasn't like expensive stuff. It was really really reasonably priced. So Paula, what are some stories you have of Santa's Workshop?
I don't have any stories. I'm not sure that I did a whole lot with Santa's Workshop,
Mm-hmm.
but I do remember it, but I don't think I did a whole lot with that.
Uh,
But I do remember being in Jerry Pastel's class,
yes, shout out to Mr.
painting
Pastel.
those painting different things and getting ceramic pieces ready for family for Christmas.
Oh yes, Mr. Shout out to Mr. Jerry Pastel. If you're watching and listening, man, you're awesome. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a happy and healthy holiday season. I remember that too. Okay. Do you remember the big open houses we used to have?
Yes.
Do you have any memories of those you'd like to share?
Um I just remember the people.
I
I just
remember.
remember socializing. That's about all I remember. What's
Okay.
your favorite memory of that?
Okay. My one. I got quite a few. Okay. So I remember. One of my memories was it was 1999, and we all. I was a part of the older kids. Group. So with the whole making a list for Santa wasn't going to be very apropos. So what did I get? I got a big tin of red and green peanut M&Ms, and they went home with me, and they disappeared. But they disappeared down my hatch. Ha ha! Yes, baby. And
Okay.
I also remember the food. They had all the Christmas cookies and the punch. I don't know what did they put in that punch. Did they put soda or something in it?
I
Because it
think
was
they
fizzy.
did. It
It
was
was
very fizzy.
yes, it was fizzy and it was good. If I knew what they put in it, I would make a sugar-free version of it. Oh my god, it was so good.
I know one Christmas memory, and this may be part of it,
Hmm.
that I have is singing in the auditorium.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes. I have many memories of that too.
So, is there a story that sticks out to you of being in the auditorium?
Yes, there is actually. I remember I was, performing. We were performing Silent Night, and Mrs. Nolan was very intense on her practices. If you sung in her choir or played in her orchestra, you know what I'm talking about. So, Paula, did you ever participate in Mrs. Nolan's Christmas concerts?
Um, I could go for 2 hours on that.
Okay, that's a yes.
So, this is a whole nother trail.
Mhm.
And there's so many good memories for me
There's
attached to
more.
it.
There was a little more with the story. I wasn't done. I just wanted because I was going to lead into something real quick. I
Absolutely.
wasn't trying to cut you off, but I want to. Okay, so there was a student named who was going to remain anonymous, again for anonymity purposes. Um, and the student, we had to tell the student English first, German second, because Mrs. Nolan threatened to start the thing over if we goofed up and if we messed up. So we sang Silent Night that year in English and then in German.
That's cool.
Oh, I know.
That's really, I like that. Yes. So yes, and this is the reason I wanted you to finish your story because
Okay.
um that's a whole music memories is that's a whole nother story for another podcast.
Oh yeah, we'll have to do one about
Absolutely.
music, and we can get more
Yes.
people on. Oh yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Thank you. Yes.
Oh yeah. So, do you remember how we would always we had the dorm decorating contests? Do you remember? Were you there in 1996?
I was not. I graduated in
Okay.
95.
So, okay, you weren't there. Now, I
Tell
remember
me.
okay, continue, please.
I said, tell me the story because I'm excited to hear.
Okay. What happened was I don't know if they may have got their order mixed up, but the Lions Club who puts on the open house for us got it all messed up or something, and we all got Power Ranger and little books with 3D glasses and Barney toothpaste. I guess they got the orders mixed up, and we were all wondering, well, why are we getting all this? This isn't very age appropriate.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think it was a mix up, but hey, those happen.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So no,
Yes.
no. So, do you have any stories about maybe any of the teachers that kind of drove home the true meaning of Christmas for you?
Um, I feel like it would be Ken Howard. Because I was um murmuring and complaining about something
Mm-hmm.
about someone didn't have the Christmas spirit or something.
Mm-hmm.
And Ken Howard was my history teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "Well, what better person than to show the Christmas spirit than you? So
Mm-hmm.
demonstrate the Christmas spirit for them, bring it to them." And it was such a word of truth that it was just so true that was a very true statement. So it just really drove the meaning of Christmas home for me. Yeah.
All right, for me, do you remember Coach Man?
Yes.
Okay, now Coach, I know if you're watching, Coach. I don't know if you are, but if you are, I love you. Have a Merry Christmas. I'm thinking of you. But and for those of you who went to KSB, the whole "I love you" bit, you'll get it. You know what I mean? You'll get it. So, it was one day I was in Coach's gym class. I was a younger student, and he says, "Okay, guys, Mr. Man's Christmas present for you this year is we're going to the rec center." So he got us over there. He sat us on the bench in the gym, and he said, "Guys, I did this because I care about you. As students, I love you, and this is the true meaning of Christmas. It ain't about what you have, what you get. It's about those that love and care about you." And that's always stuck with me. You know, it stuck with me because he didn't have to do that. He could have said no, but he did it because he wanted to, and I'll never forget that. So that for me kind of drove the true meaning of Christmas home. And as I got older, at the time I kind of got it, but I didn't really appreciate it because I was younger. But when I got older and I got to really reflect on it and think about things, that's when I thought, aha, that's what Coach meant. Because right now, in this world, there are people that don't have a lot. And it's a time to be thankful. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
I mean, okay, so Do you have any other stories about your KSB Christmas experiences related to any like cooking or baking that we used to do?
Hmm. We made chocolate covered haystacks.
Oh, could you please explain what those are for
I
those who?
think those are like pretzels and chocolate, but they're made into
Oh,
actual haystacks. If you've ever lived on a farm or have felt hay,
mhm.
have seen hay, I know there's viewers out there who know what I'm talking about.
Right.
They're haystacks,
Mhm.
chocolate covered haystacks.
Oh, nice. So I'm sure for those who need it, I'm sure that you could make a sugar-free version.
Oh yes, you could probably use the sugar-free chocolate. Um,
Right.
in the and a sugar for or a low carb cracker.
Mhm.
I bet there's multiple creations you could do.
Oh yeah, I'm just thinking about those that might need to watch their blood sugar levels, or those who might want to be on a special diet or something. So yeah, a lot of these recipes, we made, you could make in a sugar-free version, today if you need be. So I do have a story about cooking at KSB at Christmas time, and it was. Do you remember Miss Jones?
Yes.
Okay, shout out to Miss Janice Jones. If you're watching this today or on demand, shout out to you. You were an awesome dorm parent. You did a lot of great things, and I remember we had to cook and bake, fudge and cookies, but it was to take home to our families. And we spent, I think it was like the Wednesday and Thursday before, it might have been the whole week before, baking
Oh
all this stuff, right?
yeah.
Just going to town. And I was like, well, what's all this for? She goes, you're going to take this home to your families. I'm like, aha. And that was another thing, man. They had the school all decorated up with Christmas lights, and remember that?
Yes, all the rails up and down the Hazard Hall
Oh, I know
ramp. Uh huh.
the maintenance building. They had the maintenance building all decked out with Christmas lights. I'm surprised they didn't deck out the whole school. That they didn't do the food service, the Hauser Hall, maintenance, Evans, the gym. Oh, that would have been nice.
That'd have been awesome.
Oh, I know. So, do you remember about when you were younger, the open houses of having to do the whole list for Santa thing? And was there any particular thing that really touched you as far as that experience?
I would love to hear your story because I don't really have a memory about that. So
Okay.
I would love to hear yours.
All right.
Because I don't remember even doing Christmas lists.
Oh, you don't? Oh, wow. Well,
No, I
we
don't.
okay. You must have not been there as a younger KSB student. I remember we would have to do lists. What do you want Santa to bring you? But there was a catch. Okay, I learned this the hard way. I was like, oh, I want this video game, that video game, and they said, no, that's for home. This has to be reasonable. Okay.
Oh,
So I learned real quickly, whatever I asked for had to be a reasonably priced item.
uh-huh.
Then as I got older, they said, okay, you're still going to do the list thing, but here's the catch. It's not Santa, it's the Lions Club. And I remember Miss Jude Magruder, remember her?
Yes.
Saying, okay, you guys are middle schoolers, make sure it's, an age appropriate item. And examples were, talking clock, talking calculator. Don't think I didn't jump on the chance to get a free talking clock.
Oh, yes.
I
Oh,
jumped
yes.
all over that because I knew this could be the one time I could get a need for free. Yeah, I'm getting a talking clock. Boom.
That's
Boom.
really cool.
So
That's
Miss
really
Magruder,
cool.
Jude Magruder, if you're listening or watching this, you're awesome. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you. So do you have any memories about the big dinners and all that they would used to give us after that big Friday recital?
I remember the recitals more than I do the dinners.
Oh man.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember playing in the recitals,
hmm
and this is what the Dorothy Nolan tangent that I didn't want to get on,
Yeah, let's
because
give
it
them a
would have.
taste. Let's give them
Yeah,
a taste of what it was
absolutely.
like. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yes. So one special Christmas memory
Hmm.
with being in Dorothy Nolan's choral program, music
Oh, I
program.
go. Oh man, here we go. Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh boy. Okay, so I remember going to a nursing home
The
and
Masonic Home. I
singing.
remember that too.
Yes. And so that was very special because of what we sang.
Hmm.
Some of the songs that we sang, and also I was in Imogene Bradley's Casio group.
Yes. R.I.P. to
And
Miss
so
Bradley.
yes, and so we did a lot of Christmas stuff in a lot of nursing homes. We went to several nursing homes.
Hmm.
And so then being in both of those music programs kind of just drove home the meaning of Christmas too, about being together
Oh yeah.
and being and hot chocolate and cookies. Hey, that's a good memory.
Oh
We
yeah.
had
I've
hot
got a
chocolate
memory
and
about.
cookies.
I've got a memory about that too. Would you
Okay,
like me to share it?
absolutely.
Okay. So I remember it was 1999. This was my first time caroling. So we went around the neighborhood. We caroled. We sang, all the Christmas classics, and it was great. We get to Mr. Ricky Ricks's house. Shout out to Mr. Ricks. You're awesome. Um, he had, unbeknownst to us, hot chocolate, homemade, hot out of the oven, baby, chocolate chip cookies. And he goes, guys, what do you want to watch? We all said Monday WWE Raw, Monday Night Raw. So he had a big screen TV, right? A nice big screen TV, a flat screen. What does Mr. Ricks do? Puts on WWF Monday Night Raw for us so we could rock out and watch some good professional wrestling at his house and munch on them cookies and that hot cocoa.
And that is an excellent memory.
And
I
it went
remember.
it went
Yes.
from it went from caroling to all of us in that room screaming our heads off, watching wrestling and yelling and screaming at the TV at the top of our lungs, having a great time at Mr. Riggs' house and that. But see, we all were having fun together.
Absolutely.
That's what it was about, togetherness. And so do you mentioned the Masonic Home. I remember going there too to play many of violin concerts, sang many a choral concerts at the Masonic Home. I think there was a church we may have played at too.
Yes. Yes. I think it was Clifton Baptist. I know one of the churches that we played at was Clifton Baptist, I do believe, or the other one. The
Clifton Christian.
Yeah, that one. That one. I
Yeah.
know it was one of the Cliftons.
Hmm.
Okay. um, I don't remember the Masonic home. I do remember going into the couple of nursing homes though. So, but I don't.
I know the Masonic Home was one, at least for my group,
Yes.
and
Yes.
it was a very very good experience. I mean, but again, it made you thankful because
Mm-hmm.
these people may not have had family to come visit them.
Yeah. Yes.
They
Yes.
may not have had family to visit them. We were kind of like their our extended family in a way, and we visited them and we entertained them, and I'm sure it brightened their day because they probably were getting bored of playing bingo and eating bananas or something.
Are you okay if I share a funny memory?
Hey, go on ahead.
Okay. So this is another Dorothy Nolan memory.
Please tell.
Oh, okay. So I have all kinds of those. That's why I said this would be a whole nother program. So this is a Christmas thing.
Okay.
So um I was so nervous because I had never sang in such a high soprano range before.
Uh huh.
And she had me training with using Handel's Messiah, and
Uh
so I
huh.
had to sing a song on in that that's in that musical or
Hmm.
oratorio or whatever it's called.
Uh-huh.
And I forgot some of the words,
Oh no.
and then lost the note, and
Oh
the accompaniment was
no.
playing like right. And so I just went back in and nobody ever noticed. And she said, "Good cover up." I said that almost destroyed my Christmas because it was my dream to really
Do
um
well.
do well with that song. So
Oh
yeah.
man, I may have slipped a few things that I don't want to repeat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay, and with Miss Noma, she was a very good teacher, and but you had to do it right. You had to do it the right way.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I remember after that concert, which would be about 2 hours in and of itself. And I remember that the day that they did that, we had no classwork whatsoever. It was just easy stuff. Because do you remember that how the teachers were very lenient that day because we all had to go to the auditorium?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. I remember. It was Mr. Samir Azir. We were doing science class that morning, right? And we played Jeopardy, and we had science questions as the things. And then when we got back from break, those were a part of our homework.
Wow.
Oh, I know. So if Mr. Azir is watching, shout out to you, my man. You're awesome. So yeah, it's like, but little things like that, man, it kept us all together. We all celebrated in a good way. And
Yeah.
okay, so we had the 2 hour concert. It was cold. It might have been snowing sometimes. But do you remember at the dinners in particular, they would always have a gift for us?
Yes.
They had this big meal laid out. So let me lay it out for you guys: turkey, dressing, oysters, green beans. I think we had mac and cheese. I think we may have had ham. We had some other stuff. And then they had pie for us, chocolate pie, cherry pie for dessert. And then they had the Lions Club would give us a gift. And I remember one year it was the 1999 Christmas. I got, we all got KSB sweatsuits. Hence,
Cool.
I don't know if you can see what I got on right now, but I'm wearing a red sweatsuit.
And if can you describe it for those that may not be able
It's
to see
just
it?
basically a plain, or a bright red sweatsuit. No designs, none of that. Now the KSB sweatsuit that I'm talking about it was red like this, but it said Kentucky Wildcats in white on the front, and it had a Wildcats head on it in white. And one thing that I would do is I would never say for the meals. I would want to get my gift and go home because that guaranteed me a trip to some fast food restaurant. And then we just went home because I wanted to get back home and just be relaxing. Did you ever do that? Just go home right after the concert? Paula? Paula? You there? Paula, you there? Oh, there we are.
Yes.
Yeah, do you remember that? Did you go home after the concerts, or did you stay for the meals?
I did not stay for them. I always went home after the concert. I guess that's why I
Okay, so you kind of did what I did. You went home and all right. So before we kind of wrap up, do you have any words of wisdom you would like to give to the KSB students of today and the staff of today to kind of drive home the meaning of Christmas and the importance of these traditions?
I would say keep tradition very close to your heart, and even um even togetherness in the dorm, like singing in the dorm, is great. Um, and just keep staying strong. Whatever you do, whatever it is that you do on your day on your during this holiday, because there's several holidays involved with Christmas, surrounding before Christmas,
Oh
and
yeah,
yes,
definitely,
yes.
definitely.
And so if anyone celebrates those holidays, hats off to you.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So and just remember what family is all about. And I would encourage, and one thing I didn't do
Hmm.
is to write down each year your favorite Christmas memories. That way, 20 years down the road, if you're doing a podcast or something, you'll have them.
Yeah.
You'll
Oh,
be able to
definitely.
look back. You'll be able to look back and say, "Did I really write this? Yes, I did."
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. I would say for me, words of wisdom and advice to current KSB staff and students: don't let these traditions go by the wayside. Keep these traditions going. Let these new kids, this new generation of KSB kids, experience the greatness of these traditions that we experienced growing up. And if you're a staff member now at KSB who was a student there in your time, pass those traditions on because they can be very, very useful and very, very valuable in keeping the KSB traditions of Christmas alive. And some other words of wisdom: don't, if you're, and if you're not gonna, I mean, if things are kind of looking down for you, don't let that affect your celebrating Christmas and enjoying the Christmas season, because this only comes once a year, and things will bounce back. Just let things work out, and it'll all be good to go. Wouldn't you agree, Paula?
Yes, I would. And that's easier said than done. And that's why it's
Oh
so
yeah.
important to have people around you
Oh
and
yeah.
not isolate at this time of year.
Oh yeah. I mean,
It's easy to isolate, but it's better if we don't. Mhm.
definitely. So, with that being said, Paula, I want to thank you for coming on this episode of KSB Storytime.
Thank you for having me. And I love that I get to share memories and hope for the future.
Yes,
uh,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, so for those of you watching that are KSB staff, alumni, or students, I would like to wish you all a happy and healthy holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. And when we do another episode of KSB Storytime, we might have some more guests to invite on. So that'll be pretty interesting too. So, with that being said, for my friend Paula Caldwell, I've been Blind Metal Gamer saying so long, stay warm and stay safe, and peace out.
Thank you.